Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. And for those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And tonight I feel a sense of fire within me. I had different plans for tonight that didn't involve doing a reading, but those plans were changed, and I attempted to follow through with other plans, but it didn't feel easy to do. I started to feel uneasy. So I'm here lighting up the fire for tonight's healing circle. This is also a part of being a healer, is answering that call. And I would like to see what this fire energy is about. So I will begin to get into the messages. And the higher message that's speaking the loudest has to do with the fact that an adventure awaits you. And this adventure is sparked by the other world. The other world has been working overtime. Your spiritual guides, your spiritual team, ancestors, whatever you like to call them, have been diligently organizing themselves to relay some degree of information to you. And it's very complex. This message is very genius and very sophisticated, because the energy that I see has to do with the high level of frequential vibration that is not easily understood by the common man. However, if you are highly spiritual, if you're highly intuitive, you may be feeling that. You may be feeling the wisdom that is coming from the other side, because this wisdom is impacting your healing journey. This wisdom is coming down directly from the other side. And it's leading you towards your power, your powerful position in the other world. That is uplifting or upholding very key and interpersonal relationships in your life. That is directly impacting your personal medicine here at home within this paradigm. This is a lot. This message is very heavy, and I need to pull some cards to get some clarity on what's going on or what's brewing. And for those of you who understand the spiritual journey, tapping into the other world takes a lot of energy. So I don't know how long this reading will be, but I will be a spiritual sacrifice for you all to see what is this energy about? What is this new adventure the other world is organizing for you? Of course. The cards that came out is Sacred Geometry, Winter Solstice, and Offering. There's something that may transpire in the coming months that speaks to the ancientness or ancient wisdom. And if you're familiar with sacred geometry, this esoteric knowledge is the language of the origin. And there may be someone in the collective that has some degree of familiarity with this. Whether you've studied it at one point in time, whether you've seen symbols, signs, and synchronicities around a pyramid, around Metatron's cube, around the dodecahedron. This message is for you. And if you're familiar with this school of thought, this is the original language. And it hits your psyche in a way that registers where you come from. And this particular time, the other world is brewing up energy so that the messages from this energy could resonate with you in this paradigm. And this is particularly important because it takes a high degree of consciousness to know about this knowledge. And as we progress in the mundane world, we stray further and further apart from this ancient wisdom. And it has a place here. And you may be the author, or you may be the person that reminds people of the origin of this ancient wisdom. This isn't solely about an intellectual thing. This isn't solely about something that people should just know about. This is about energy. This is about the genetic blueprint of the paradigm that we live in. And there is an attachment. There is a connection from the other world to this world. And sacred geometry is at the threshold of it. You may be the person to bring it to the forefront. How you do that, I'm not particularly sure how it works because this is a collective reading. But the third message speaks to an offering. You may need to offer up this wisdom to those around you, so that it can hit their psyche to remind them where they come from and who they are, so that they don't get lost in this paradigm. And the other thing about offering, you actually may physically need to offer something to the other world. This could be libation, this could be food, this could be water, this could be anything that resonates in your spirit to do. And the third thing about offering is the act of giving. And if this message resonates with you, I want you to give something to someone. Don't think too much about it. Listen to your spirit when it comes to this matter. If you see a homeless person or someone on the street, give them something. If there is someone in your family that has poured into the family so much and you think about them in this message, give them something. Because the other world is giving you something. In order for you to sustain a respectable relationship with the other world, you must do the same in this paradigm. To be a giver. Don't get caught up in this capitalistic, individualistic society where you do for yourself and only yourself. That's not the way of the origin. That's not the way of your spiritual team is telling me at this moment. And this has everything to do with your personal healing journey. And this has everything to do with what's brewing up on the other side. And in order for you to receive your blessing, you must give 1, 2, 3 parts of this messages. Whatever resonates with you the most, just do it. Because of the power that I see here in the stones. You're powerful. You will not even be able to hear this message if your frequency wasn't on a certain vibration. And it will elevate very key relationships for you. That will propel your personal gifts. It will ground it here. And that's what you need. You need to ground your medicine. You need to ground your gifts so that it can begin to nurture people, nurture your home, nurture your loved ones, your family, and ultimately the community will be blessed by your wisdom. Offering up a certain degree of uniqueness that you embody. The energies will come towards you in a way that it creates radical change for people. And if you understand what I know, living here in this 3D, radical change is what's needed the most. And you have the voice that people will listen to because of your authenticity. The alignment of it all confirms the authentic core of your being. This authenticity has the ability to rattle the bones of anyone that comes in contact with you, causing them to be authentic with themselves. Propelling against the paradigm, propelling them against the messages that they're being hit with by the idea of peer pressure and group think. This has everything to do with your life's work and your life's mission. Because this is where you feel most, this is where you identify the most. When you step outside of the spiritual side of things, you're not necessarily stepping outside of it. You're just stepping into the paradigm that you live in, which may feel uncomfortable. but this is where you feel most at home. And when you step into it more and more every day, you will see why you're here. I know it's easy to feel more comfortable on the other side, but you were born here for a reason. You just have to accept that you're a spiritual being in this paradigm, giving light to others, bringing clarity to their world because you are devoted. And no matter where you go, and no matter how far off into the spirit world you think you may be, this message will always bring you back full circle to be present here. And I can resonate with this. And I will constantly say that this is a part of the reason why I created this channel, to create a healing circle for those who are spiritually inclined, who have to be out here in this paradigm, feeling the weight of it. But because I know I have a purpose here, I can tell you the same thing. And your ancestor stone or your spiritual guide stone is here. Very powerful messages. And if you have resonated with this message so far, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe and comment below so that I can see how this message is resonating in your world. And as I shift this very powerful energy, which is very hard to do, it's like doing a U-turn on the highway on oncoming traffic. Whew. I will pull some cards to see if there is any higher messages that the energy would like for me to convey for you. It says travel, unclear, and outside influences. Travel may be very significant for some of you, and travel may be very important for some of you because it has to do with the energetic frequency of another geographic location that has the ability to spark something else within you that can trigger things that may be dormant in your spirit. And also the other message is, if you're feeling like you need to take a trip, do it. This is your sign. I don't know who may be resonating with that message, but if you've been feeling like you need to go somewhere and to get away, do it. Is this something you're unclear about? It may have to do with outside influences. You may be impacted by the high degree of social media messages, whether you be on Instagram a lot, TikTok a lot. This may be impacting you. So I can offer up one or two avenues for you. You may need to start watching videos and messages that are more in alignment with your vibration. Videos like this, like I'm offering. I do have a TikTok, which is very shorter messages, but you can follow me there. Duran's Healing Circle. You can follow me on Instagram at Duran's Healing, where I keep updated channel messages for you. And the other messages have to do with you may need to take a break from social media, from the influences and the constant messages. It may be impacting your spirit subconsciously. And the other message that I'm picking up on is that be sure that you're a positive outside influence for someone. Whether you take on a mentorship program, whether you decide to do something as crazy as foster or adopt, whether you do something positive for someone else that may not be close to you, be sure that you're a positive influence to someone else so that they're receiving healthy influences that they may not have in their world. Very powerful messages. I'm going to close this reading off here. Thank you for joining this healing circle tonight. And I will look forward to hopefully seeing you guys on Saturday if the energy doesn't call me in another direction. Period.